Looks like things aren't going very well for the Hollywood strike actors and writers. Well, not so much the actors that have big names, the lower wage writers, people that work on movies. These are the people I feel bad for. These people that work in crews, do lighting, work on the set, stuff like that. Those people didn't want any of this. They're just blue-collar workers trying to make a living. They work on sets, and they can't work. They can't work at all. And the whole industry is now affected, and you've got people apparently being evicted and living in their cars. I don't know what's going on here, but the details of why they can't reach agreements, I guess they've met like 2 times over the past couple of weeks, and they're not getting anywhere. What are these grounds that they can't reach? I'm not sure what's going on. But maybe all of these big Hollywood actors that support this strike, that always talk about how great socialism is and communism and all this stuff, maybe they should dig out of their deep, deep, deep bank accounts and pay some of these people's rent and make it so they don't have to live in their cars, because they're the ones that are being most affected by this. So let's take a look at this. As the dual Hollywood strikes drag on with no end in sight, writers and actors are increasingly finding themselves in dire financial straits, with a growing number of striking workers reportedly facing evictions as they can no longer afford to pay rent. In certain cases, some have resorted to living in their cars. Several charitable organizations have been supporting striking Hollywood workers with grants and have said they are seeing housing difficulties impact actors and writers as well as blue-collar crew members, according to an account from the Hollywood Reporter. Thousands of crew members ranging from lighting personnel to makeup artists have been forced into long-term unemployment due to the strikes. Yeah, the unemployment checks aren't much. I don't know how much it is in California, but where I'm at, like the maximum amount you can get, unless it's changed, was like $600, I think, every 2 weeks. It really is not a lot of money. It's better than nothing, but it's not a lot of money. I don't know what California pays. I'm going to assume California probably pays more than that. So I'm not sure, but it's still probably not enough for living out there. I mean, California is expensive, especially where these people work near those Hollywood studios. It's huge rent. For many non-celebrity actors, the strikes have been financially ruinous. The strike has had a massive impact on my housing situation. I worked 1 day in May, and since then I have not worked at all, said David Back to the Hollywood Reporter. Another quote they have here: I've almost depleted my entire savings, and I haven't been able to pay my rent the last few months. My building manager and property owners extended me a grace period due to my good social credit. I'm doing some work around the buildings area. However, in August, they received an eviction notice. You know, so people are starting to really get hurt by this. And, you know, I don't know what the middle ground here is for the studios and a lot of these people. These people, though, that have nothing to do with any of this, I do feel bad for them. Like some dude that's just working the camera or somebody on set, like I said, they have nothing to do with this. And they're really the ones most affected. So we'll see where things go. There was another big story, by the way, that Rotten Tomatoes is corrupt. Shocking. No one's shocked by this. So there is a PR company, and they have been paying critics $50 for a positive review. Integrity of a movie critic is only $50. Pretty damn cheap, to be honest. And the name of this company is Bunker 15. Vulture's report said that Bunker 15 manipulated the Rotten Tomatoes score for Ophelia Some Daisy Ridley feminist movie, by the way. The film had a score of 46% after early screenings, which landed it firmly in the rotten category, but Bunker 15 went to work and looked for critics who could be convinced to give the movie a more favorable review. While most film PR companies aim to get the attention of critics from top publications, Bunker 15 takes a more bottom-up approach, recruiting obscure, often self-published critics who are nevertheless part of the pool tracked by Rotten Tomatoes, reads Vulture's report. In another break from standard practice, several critics say Bunker 15 paid them $50 or more for each review. $50. That's how much a critic's integrity costs. $50. Like that's pathetic. This was a big thing that came out yesterday. I was going to do a video on it yesterday, but it's like, well, is anyone really shocked by this? I don't think anyone is surprised. We've been saying that this has been going on for a long time, and lo and behold, it actually is. I was not surprised or shocked at all. I was kind of, glad to see some evidence come out of it because they had some email, apparently. But, at the end of the day, we all know that these people have no integrity. We've known that since Captain Marvel, when that guy went on that podcast and talked about how they play ball. In case you've never heard it, listen to this clip where they talk about how this reviewer talks about how he didn't really care for Captain Marvel, but he wanted to play ball so that he could keep reviewing things.
Everybody in our industry occasionally has to play softball, occasionally has to, look the other way a little bit. Everybody has to do it.
Wait, returning what? Like a movie
in
that's
the sense that,
or?
I hated a movie, but I won't say that I hated the movie. Or an actor behaved a sort of way and you don't want to, put it out there that happened.
Right, because you might not get the next review,
right.
next gig.
So to some degree, everybody in our industry that is a part of this quote-unquote access media has to sort of decide which battles they want to pick.
These people have always been corrupt. So finding out, lower tiered ones are taking $50 to give positive reviews. I'm not shocked by that at all. Are you? You shouldn't be. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hollywood strike's getting worse. The review system for shit is worse. But at least there's still some good entertainment out there. One Piece. Fantastic show. I finished it yesterday. A 9 out of 10. Fantastic show. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.